Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com. Raquel B. Sharper now.
Yes.
The woman of world travel
Yeah.
and fame
There we go.
is co-hosting today. Any more trips? I know you've been to Spain. You have any other ones lined up?
In Spain, I'm actually thinking. I'm strongly thinking about the UK.
Oh, that's right.
And
You
then the UK
mentioned
is
that
just
last
a
week.
stone's throw from either like France or Italy or I've got the international bug now, but I'm gonna be going to Texas. So hee-haw, and I'm gonna go to the East Coast. Gotta love my East Coast, and Seattle, Washington.
You have to follow Raquel and her fabulous life on social media.
It's lots of fun. Yes.
I got to friend you on Facebook.
We'll become friends. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yes.
Our health advocate Dee Ennis is back for another show. And Dee, we were here. You did the New Year's Eve show,
Right, yeah.
with the Angels and
And the life, that's another thing about life shots. People who overindulge in adult beverages, they can actually take a life shots before they go to bed and won't wake up with a cat crap mouth and hangover.
There you go.
It replaces your
There you go.
electrolytes and gives you it's just a full nutrition, and so why not do it?
Yeah, because the other one was like take 2, aspirin and then drink some water before you get to bed, but you still wake up with a headache.
No.
yeah, they
You
do
still
say
wake up
that,
with a
right?
headache.
You can do
Yeah.
that. And I know you're always talking about how life shots works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, if it didn't work, I wouldn't be using it. That's the thing. People say, well, there's lots of other things out there, yada, yada, different network marketing companies with all their different products. But what you'll find is those other products and the people representing them don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what's in their product. They don't even know what they're selling. Life Shots and our parent company, Life Matters, we never compromise on quality of ingredients. Like when you read the sheet here, it shows what we put in ours in comparison to some of the more popular, more marketed products. And they don't put the product ingredients that we do because they're too expensive or it's too complex. All they care about is their bottom line and their dollar. Now the local representative, they don't know because they don't care to know. They just want to get people in their business and make money.
That's true.
And my philosophy is, if you love my product, everybody be happy. It's a win-win situation. If you don't, that's only because it's your opinion. But if you really take the logic of what is in there versus the others, you will see that there's nothing better on the market. And I can sit down and prove it. Actually, I give away a free 4-day supply of Life Shots for people who want to experience it. I also give away a free 1-day supply of the meal replacement shake, because that's all you need is right there is one day. And let them make their own decision. I do it for free because I know the product will have an impact.
Yes. And and it's funny because you talk about you're giving it away for free. You know your product. You actually use your product. I mean, if you're selling anything, it's kind of funny that people don't actually own the product or use the product. They're just like, oh, I just sell this. Like, there'll be a lot of realtors who don't even own homes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mood stabilizer, and I've learned over time that when I don't take Life Shots, and there's been some times in the last couple of years when I didn't take Life Shots, but I notice a real shift in my moods.
Really?
Yeah, it's because I guess all the B12 and everything that's in it just keeps you very emotionally on a very emotionally even keel, which for me is very important in the things I do. But I definitely notice is when I'm not taking it that then I start not being as much on an even keel.
Yeah, it's important to have a proper physiology, proper emotional support. And one of the benefits that we find, and we've actually introduced a product called Mind. It actually, not only does Life Shots give you mental clarity and focus, but we kicked it up a notch with Mind. Mind actually, within an hour of taking it, you will feel more alert. And it's actually certified to be dealing with cognitive decline, depression, and actually feeds the brain and detoxifies.
That's awesome.
And it's not some stimulant. You'll read an ingredient on some product, say proprietary ingredients. That's where they've hidden the stimulants.
Right.
And
yes.
so you feel good, at what risk to your kidneys and your liver.
Right. No, that's true. And it was funny because there was a period in my life where I was just like, I wasn't drinking any caffeine. I wouldn't drink any coffee or anything like that. And, I do it socially now. I have Starbucks friends. But what happened is I was with somebody and I was like, oh, I'm a little tired. We were actually in Guatemala for Habitat for Humanity. And somebody gave me something to take, and it had caffeine in it. And I was just like, and I felt it like immediately because I hadn't had it in a long time. And I was just like, oh, is there caffeine in that? She was like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I know. This is not, I don't want to be like, I don't want to have to need to wake up in the morning. And for everybody who like needs that cup of coffee in the morning or something like that, when you were a kid, you used to wake up, you didn't have a snooze, you were excited for the day, and then somebody told you needed coffee. That's why there's lines at Starbucks in the morning. And if you actually made a shift and did something and put the right things in your body, the energy comes effortlessly. No coffee needed, right?
Well, the coffee, right, but the coffee's not the issue. Coffee in and of itself has got a lot of benefits.
It does.
It's these lattes and frappes and the caches and the frappes.
Those drinks are like
and they're so full of sugars and creams.
But the reason also why you need like the coffee and the actual like jolt, and there's people in there that are putting like extra 2, 3, 4 shots of espresso in there.
Well, yeah,
it's because they're sluggish.
Juan's
because they're
triple shooter.
Yeah, she's wow, but it's because that they're. Okay.
I'm sharing this about you, Quan, but we all know you.
Do your life shots, Quan.
do your life shots, Quan.
We miss you, Quan.
We miss you, Quan. So, but a lot of times people feel sluggish just because their diet is off, and they reach for the caffeine because it's easy to get.
It's all part of the imbalance, If you 80-20, like I said, of the bacteria in your colon, they call the colon, the bowel system, your second brain because it actually makes your brain function. It tells your brain what to do. And if you don't keep both of them healthy, then you get the fog in the morning. You get that mental depression. And that's why, I mentioned Phil Jackson when we were off the station here a minute. Phil Jackson, in over 30 years of being a professional sports athlete and coach, won 11 national titles. He actually was approached by every nutrition company in the world to endorse their products. And he always did his due diligence. He always found out that there was something either missing or added that was not on the label, and he would never endorse it. But 2 years ago, he was introduced to Life Shots, and he did it for about 6 months using it by his doctor. And when he was done, he came to our headquarters up in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and says, I want to endorse this product. I want to endorse it for free. And to this day, he uses it. He's a Zen master, mind, body, and spirit. He's not about to put junk in his body.
Right.
And we have a lot of athletes do that. We don't pay for endorsements. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, and I just have so many friends who shared experiences about taking life shots and having these miraculous changes in their health. And I mean, not just the fact that I know I feel better, but I've had a lot of people who I know who have taken life shots and say that their health is dramatically improved.
Well, it's like my health. Here, people say I don't look a day over 105. I am I'll be 71 in October.
Wow.
And my physiology, my doctor says you get a physiology of a 30 or 40-year-old.
That's awesome.
And it's not because I'm some genetic freak. It's because I've learned what it takes to use a product that works and my body's repaired itself. My blood pressure is like 118 over 66 or 123 over 70, within that range.
Right.
All of my blood markers are perfect, and they go down every year. My doctor says, come in once a year, just say hello. And that's it. You take care of your body, take care of your health, because without your health,
what good as well?
There you go.
Thank you so much for coming back,
Yeah,
Dee.
well, give me a call, 702-493-7291.
And thank you for being the wonderful co-hostess that you always are.
Thank you.
Miss
Nice
Be Sharper Now.
Yes, always thank you for having me on the show. I always love it. I have super fun.
And thank all of you for tuning into the Guy Dawson Show. We will be back next week for another edition. Take care of yourselves and see you next week.